Hello, movie lovers. Welcome back to English Unscripted. I am Sam, and I am currently eating imaginary popcorn because today's topic makes me very hungry.
And I am Lita. Welcome back, everyone. Sam, put the popcorn down. We have a show to record. But yes, today we are talking about the magic of the silver screen. We are talking about movies and cinema.
I love movies. I think movies are the closest thing we have to magic. You sit in a dark room for 2 hours and you travel to another world. You can go to space, you can go to the past, you can fall in love, or you can fight dragons. It is amazing. Lita, are you a cinephile?
That is a fancy word. Cinephile means someone who loves cinema very much and knows a lot about it. I don't know if I'm an expert, but I definitely enjoy a good film. But Sam, the biggest question is, what is your favorite genre?
Genre means the type or category of the movie. That is a tough question. I think I'm a simple guy. I like action movies. I like fast cars, big explosions, and heroes saving the world. It's exciting. It keeps me on the edge of my seat.
On the edge of your seat. That is a great idiom. It means you are very excited and nervous to see what happens next. Action movies are okay, but I prefer dramas. I like movies that make me think, or movies that make me cry. We call those tearjerkers.
You like to cry? That sounds terrible. Why would you pay money to be sad? If I want to be sad, I can just look at my bank account. No, I want to be entertained. What about comedies? Everyone likes to laugh.
True, a good comedy is wonderful, but humor is difficult. Sometimes British humor is different from American humor. American humor is often loud and physical, like slapstick. British humor is usually drier and more sarcastic. Which do you prefer?
I like both, but there's one genre I absolutely hate: horror movies. I cannot watch them. Ghosts, zombies, serial killers? No thank you. I want to sleep at night. Do you like being scared, Lita?
Actually, yes. I love a good thriller. A thriller is similar to horror, but it's more psychological. It plays with your mind. It has suspense. You know something bad is going to happen, but you don't know when. It gets your heart racing.
You are brave. I am a chicken. Okay, let's talk about the experience. Watching a movie at home is nice, but going to the cinema or the movie theater is special. Do you still go to the theater, Lita, or do you just stream everything?
I still go to the theater for the big movies, the blockbusters. A blockbuster is a very popular, expensive movie that makes a lot of money, like Marvel movies or Star Wars. You have to see those on the big screen. The sound system, the visual effects, your TV cannot compete with that.
I agree. And the snacks. Movie theater popcorn tastes different. It's yellow, salty, and buttery. It's unhealthy, but it is delicious. And the soda always tastes better too. But the prices! Sam's wallet cries every time I buy a ticket and a snack. It's becoming very expensive.
That is true, and sometimes the other people in the theater are annoying. There's always someone kicking the back of your seat, thump, 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 or someone checking their phone with the bright screen, or someone talking loudly. Who was that guy? Why did he do that? Shh, watch the movie!
Oh, I hate the talkers and the text messengers. It's so rude. There's cinema etiquette. Turn off your phone, be quiet, and chew with your mouth closed. But because of these annoyances, streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime are taking over.
Streaming is just so convenient. Convenient means easy and comfortable. You can wear your pajamas, you can pause the movie to go to the bathroom, you can eat whatever food you want, and you have thousands of movies at your fingertips. It changed the industry completely.
But it also created a new habit: binge watching. Binge watching means watching many episodes or movies in a row without stopping. You say, just one more episode, and suddenly it's 3 a.m. and you look like a zombie. Have you ever binged a show, Lita?
Guilty as charged. I once watched an entire season of a mystery show in one weekend. I didn't leave my house. I ordered pizza. It was glorious, but I felt a bit gross afterwards. But Sam, how do you choose what to watch? Do you watch the trailer first?
Trailers are the short advertisements for the movie. They show you the best parts to make you interested. I try to avoid trailers now, because sometimes the trailer shows too much. It shows the ending or the big surprise. I hate spoilers. A spoiler is information that ruins the surprise of the story. If someone tells me, hey, the main character dies at the end, I get so angry.
Spoilers are the worst. You have to be careful on social media. If a new movie comes out, stay off Twitter or Facebook until you see it. People love to spoil things. But besides trailers, I read reviews. I look at what the critics say.
Critics, I don't always trust them. Sometimes critics hate a movie, but the audience loves it. Critics look for art. Regular people look for fun. I usually check the audience score on websites like Rotten Tomatoes. If the people like it, I'll probably like it.
That is a fair point, but let's talk about the people who make the movies, the cast and the crew. The cast are the actors, the crew are the people behind the camera. Do you have a favorite actor, Sam? Someone who, if their name is on the poster, you will definitely watch the movie?
That's hard. I like Tom Hanks. He's always good. He seems like a nice guy. And I like Leonardo DiCaprio. He chooses very interesting roles. What about you? Do you have a movie crush?
A movie crush? Maybe a little bit. I think Meryl Streep is the queen of acting. She can play any character. She can be funny, scary, serious, musical. She's a chameleon. But I also appreciate the director. The director is the boss. They make the artistic decisions, like Christopher Nolan or Steven Spielberg.
Directors are important. They have a vision. But do you know what I really notice in a movie? The soundtrack, the music. Good music can make a boring scene exciting or a sad scene heartbreaking. Think of the music in Titanic or Lion King or Rocky. You hear the song and you remember the movie instantly.
Absolutely. The score is the background music. The soundtrack is usually the collection of songs. Both are vital. And we cannot forget special effects. In the old days, they used costumes and makeup. Now they use CGI, computer-generated imagery.
CGI is amazing, but sometimes it looks too fake, like a video game. I miss practical effects, like real explosions, real car crashes. It feels more dangerous, more authentic. But I guess CGI is safer for the actors.
Speaking of actors, have you ever thought about acting, being a movie star, walking on the red carpet, dealing with the paparazzi?
The paparazzi are the photographers who follow famous people. No thanks, I value my privacy, but I would love to be a voice actor, like in animated movies like Toy Story or Shrek. You can show up to work in sweatpants, make funny voices, and get paid millions. That's the dream job. But let's go back to the types of movies. We mentioned genres, but what about franchises? A franchise is a series of movies, like Harry Potter, Fast and Furious, or James Bond. Do you like sequels?
A sequel is the second movie, part 2. Usually the sequel is not as good as the original. There's a saying, the sequel is always worse. But there are exceptions. The Dark Knight was better than Batman Begins. The Empire Strikes Back was better than Star Wars. But generally, Hollywood makes too many sequels.
And remakes. A remake is when they take an old movie and make it again with new actors. I usually hate remakes. Why touch a classic? Just leave it alone. Make something new. Hollywood is running out of ideas.
They play it safe. They know people will pay to see a name they recognize. It's a business after all. Box office numbers rule everything. If a movie flops means it fails and loses money, the studio panics.
It's a high-pressure industry, but when a movie is great, it becomes a classic. A classic is a movie that people watch for generations, like The Godfather or Casablanca or The Wizard of Oz. These movies never get old.
Do you have a guilty pleasure movie? A movie that is technically bad or silly, but you love it anyway?
Oh, definitely. I love cheesy high school movies from the 1980s. The acting is bad, the hair is crazy, the music is cheesy, but they make me happy. It's nostalgia. Nostalgia is the warm feeling of remembering the past. What is your guilty pleasure?
I love romantic comedies from the 90s, rom-coms. The plot is always the same. Boy meets girl, they hate each other, then they love each other, then there's a misunderstanding, they break up, then the boy runs to the airport to stop her, they kiss, the end. It's predictable, but it's comforting.
The airport run, every time. Why doesn't he just call her? But yes, it works, it hits the emotions. But some movies are confusing. Plot twists. A plot twist is a sudden change in the story that you didn't see coming, like in The Sixth Sense.
I love a good plot twist. It makes you want to watch the movie again immediately to see the clues you missed. It makes the movie a puzzle. But Sam, what about subtitles? Since our listeners are learning English, watching movies is a great study tool.
It's the best tool. My advice, watch a movie you already know in your own language, then watch it in English. You already know the story, so you can focus on the words. And turn on the subtitles. English subtitles, not your native language. Read and listen at the same time.
Exactly. And don't stop the movie for every new word. Just try to understand the context. If the music is scary and the actor looks terrified, he probably said run or help. You don't need a dictionary for that.
And you can learn slang. Textbooks teach you formal English. Movies teach you street English, how real people talk. You learn insults, jokes, and bad words. But be careful with the bad words. Don't use them in a job interview.
Please don't. Keep the movie quotes for your friends. Now, Sam, imagine we are making a movie about our lives, the Sam and Lita story. Who would play you?
Who would play me? Probably Brad Pitt. Obviously, we look exactly the same. Just kidding. Maybe someone funny like Jack Black or Seth Rogen. Who would play you?
I would love someone elegant like Anne Hathaway or Emma Stone, but in reality, it would probably be a cartoon character. But let's talk about movie awards, the Oscars, the Academy Awards. Do you watch the ceremony?
Sometimes. It is very long, 4 hours of people clapping and crying. But I like to see the fashion, the red carpet dresses, and it is nice when your favorite movie wins Best Picture. It feels like your team won the World Cup.
It does. It validates your taste. Validate means to confirm that something is correct or good. But recently, many people think the Oscars are becoming irrelevant. They don't always pick the movies that people actually liked. There is a disconnect between the critics and the fans.
Speaking of the Oscars, do you remember when the Korean movie Parasite won Best Picture? That was a historic moment. It showed that cinema is not just Hollywood. Cinema is global.
Yes, that was fantastic. It broke the 1-inch barrier. The director said that subtitles are just a 1-inch tall barrier at the bottom of the screen. If you jump over it, you will discover so many amazing films. Do you watch many foreign films, Sam?
I am trying to watch more. I watched a few French movies recently. They are very different from American movies. American movies usually have a happy ending. The hero wins, the couple kisses. French movies, not always. Sometimes they end and you feel confused or sad. It's more realistic, I guess.
That is the beauty of international cinema. It shows you a different perspective. It shows you how people live in India or Brazil or Iran. It's like traveling without a passport. But some people hate reading subtitles. They prefer dubbing.
Dubbing is when they replace the original voices with voices in your own language. In Germany and Italy, dubbing is huge. But I think it's weird. The mouth moves one way, but the words sound different. It looks unnatural. I prefer the original audio with subtitles. You need to hear the actor's real emotion.
I agree completely, but let's switch gears. We talked about fiction, but what about nonfiction? What about documentaries?
Oh, I love a good documentary, especially nature documentaries. Anything with David Attenborough. His voice is so calming, I can watch lions hunting zebras for hours. It's educational. I feel smart when I watch them.
Nature is great, but I'm obsessed with true crime documentaries. Stories about real mysteries, real crimes, and detectives solving them. It's dark, I know, but it's fascinating to see the psychology of people. Why do people do bad things?
True crime is very popular right now, but sometimes it scares me more than horror movies because it's real. I prefer biopics. A biopic is a biographical picture, a movie about a famous person's life, like Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody or Elvis. It's interesting to see the human behind the legend.
Biopics are great because they mix history with drama, and usually the acting is incredible because the actor tries to become that person. But Sam, there's a genre we forgot, animation. Many people think cartoons are just for kids.
That's a huge mistake. Animation is for everyone. Look at Pixar movies. Up, Inside Out, Soul. These movies deal with deep topics like death, emotions, and purpose. I cried watching Up. The first 10 minutes of that movie are a masterpiece.
Me too. It was heartbreaking. And then there's anime from Japan, Studio Ghibli films like Spirited Away. There are works of art. The drawings are beautiful. It's a different style of storytelling. So, listeners, never say you're too old for cartoons.
Never. Inside every adult, there's a child who wants to have fun. Now, let's play a little game, Lita. I will say a famous movie quote, and you have to guess the movie. Are you ready?
I was born ready. Hit me.
Okay, quote number 1. I'll be back.
Too easy. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator. Next.
Okay, tougher one. May the Force be with you.
Come on, Sam. That's Star Wars. Every human on Earth knows that one. Give me a hard one.
All right, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
That's Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump. A beautiful movie. See, I know my classics. Now it's your turn. There's no place like home.
Oh, Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. She clicks her red shoes. That's a classic. Quotes become part of our daily language. Sometimes we use them and we don't even know they're from a movie. Like, Houston, we have a problem.
Actually, that's from real life, from Apollo 13, but the movie made it famous. Movies shape our culture. They give us a shared language. When you meet a stranger and you both love the same movie, you become instant friends.
That's the power of storytelling. But making a movie is hard work. It takes years. It starts with a script, the writer writes the dialogue, then they need a producer to find the money, then they need a director to visualize it, then casting, then filming.
And filming takes months. They wake up at 4 a.m., they work for 16 hours, and sometimes they film the same scene 50 times to get it right. We call these takes. Take 1, take 2, take 50. It must be exhausting.
And after filming, the movie is not finished. It goes to post-production. This is where the editors work. They cut the scenes, they add the music, they add the CGI. Editing is magic. A good editor can save a bad movie. A bad editor can ruin a good movie.
And finally, the premiere, the first public showing. The stars walk the red carpet, they smile for the cameras, and then the reviews come out. It must be terrifying to wait for the world's opinion.
I could never do it. I'm too sensitive. If someone wrote a bad comment about my podcast, I would cry in the corner. Just kidding. I would just eat more popcorn.
Speaking of popcorn, let's talk about the home cinema setup. Since we watch more movies at home now, people are buying big TVs, surround sound speakers, projectors. Do you have a fancy setup, Sam?
I wish. I have a regular TV and a comfortable sofa. That's enough for me. But I have a friend who built a man cave in his basement. He has a projector screen, theater seats, and even a popcorn machine. I go to his house for movie nights.
That sounds amazing. Invite me next time. But you know, sometimes the best way to watch a movie is on a plane. I don't know why. Maybe because you're stuck in a seat and you cannot leave. I always cry when I watch movies on airplanes. It's the altitude. It makes me emotional.
I think that's a scientific fact. The lower oxygen makes you emotional. I watched a comedy on a plane once and laughed so loud that the flight attendant looked at me. It was embarrassing. Movies also teach us history. I learned more about World War II from movies like Saving Ryan Private or Schindler's List than I did in school. When you see history through characters, you connect with it. It becomes personal.
But we have to be careful. Movies are based on a true story, but they're not always 100% accurate. They change facts to make the story more dramatic. This is called creative license. So don't use movies as your only history textbook. Always check the facts.
Good advice. Creative license. I like that term. I will use it when I lie to my friends. I didn't lie, I just used creative license.
No, Sam, that's just lying. Don't do that.
Okay. Lita, what about the future of cinema? VR, virtual reality. Do you think one day we'll be inside the movie?
I think so. It's already starting. You put on a headset and you can look around. You're not just watching the character, you're standing next to them. It's exciting, but also a bit scary. I don't want to be inside a horror movie.
Imagine being inside Jurassic Park, a T-Rex chasing you. No thank you. I prefer the safety of my screen, but technology moves fast. Who knows what movies will look like in 2050?
Maybe AI will make the movies. No actors, no cameras, just a computer generating the whole thing.
Wait, that sounds familiar. We're AI hosts making a podcast talking about AI making movies. This is getting too meta. Meta means self-referential. Let's stop before my brain explodes.
Good idea. Let's bring it back to Earth. Movies are about connection. Whether it's a black and white silent film from 1920 or a futuristic sci-fi from 2024, the goal is the same: to make us feel, to make us dream.
And to help us learn English. Listeners, here's your homework for this week. Pick a movie you love, watch it in English, and write down 5 new words or phrases you heard, and try to use them in a sentence.
And tell us in the comments, what is the best movie you have ever seen? The one movie you can watch again and again and never get bored. Is it a comedy, a drama, a sci-fi?
And do you agree with Lita that The Terminator is a romantic movie?
I never said that. Sam is using creative license again.
Maybe I am. Listeners, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to us chat about our favorite hobby. Grab some popcorn, find a comfortable blanket, and press play.
Enjoy the show, and remember, life is not a movie, but you can still be the hero of your own story.
Whoa, that was deep. I like it. Goodbye, everyone.
See you in the next episode.